Shalom, shalom. This is your brother Amawan from GMS London Forecast, coming to you with another lesson in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Dash. I give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and peace and blessings to the Arkham out there, doing this work in truth and sincerity in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, so it's going to be a little quick lesson here. I was just, as you do sometimes, going through little social media posts here and there, and there was a post about Dave Chappelle, and this isn't related to Dave Chappelle, but this is just for the context. And they were talking about how he had a show on Netflix, and he said the N-word, hundreds of times in that show, and there was no one out there complaining of that. But the minute he starts talking about the alphabet community, right, they're on his case, right? So, the people in the comments are obviously are having that understanding, with that sort of situation, they can understand, they can really see how these other nations really look upon us. Okay, it's all right when we're being detrimental and causing degradation to our own people, but when you step out of the bounds and start talking about the protected people out there in this world, who they would claim to be disenfranchised, they're all over you, and they want to cancel you. All right, but I'm digressing. The point is the comment that was made by this person. I'm trying to call them out, but it has to be shown, and I'm going to read it. So it says, Shalom, peace be unto you, or peace unto you, right? In the Hebrew, that's in the Hebrew, right? It says, Shalom, that just confirms what we already know, right? Okay, see, that's true. Most Jakes are waking up to the fact that, these other nations hate us, and this was the devil, man, regardless of the truth what they might know as the truth, right? It says they do not and have never cared about melanated people. Well, there's plenty of melanated people on the earth, so that's a false statement in itself. We're not the only ones that have melanin in us, okay? It says that is a word engraved in the fiber of their being, right? Talking about the N-word, right? It says they made it up with their made-up dictionary, which a lot of the English language is bastardized. Okay, it's not a pure tongue. It says we need to go back to the language and ways of Kemet, and that's not even spelled correctly. Okay, all right, and Kemet would be dealing with the whole Egyptian ideology. All right, that our people are, descendants of the kings of ancient Kemet, right? Which is false. Our people were there, but not as rulers. Right? It says we need to shift back to our language and ways. Shalom. Once again, peace. So there's a lot of confusion in there, man. Because first and foremost, you're opening up your statement with shalom, which is in the Hebrew, man. The Lashawan Kodash, right? That's the pure language of our people. All right. So it goes on to talk about the melanated people, all right? As I said before, we're not the only melanated people, so people need to stop getting on this whole melanin thing. Like, it's not melanin that makes us who we are. It's the fact it's being the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. All right, being the chosen of the Most High, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, all right? That's what makes us above all the nations, man. Deuteronomy 7:6, okay? So it says we need to go back to the language and ways of our Kemet, of Kemet. So you can't open up your conversation or whatever you're trying to say with Shalom and then talking about the ancient ways and language of Kemet, man, because they're not combined. And it's just two separate nations you're talking about, man. All right, that's two separate nations. So I want to just get some scriptures. I want to read them from the sword, man. Usually I'll get it from on the phone, but I'm just gonna read because I want this picture to stay up. So all right, let me get that's Zephaniah, right? I've got a few scripts written down as well, so be nice and should be nice and smooth, or willing. All right, it's good to be prepared. All right, Zephaniah 3 and 8. I'll start from 8, and it says, "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up. So the prey for my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy." Yeah, jealousy because they've taken away the glory of the Heavenly Father, man, and destroyed his people, alright? So reading on to verse 9, it says, "For then I will turn to the people," and what people we're talking about? We're talking about the Israelites, man, the people of the Most High, the chosen of Yahweh Shem Shah, right? It says, "For then will I turn to the people a pure language, that they may call upon the name of the Lord to serve him with one consent." So when we, you know, when the Lord, when Yahushua comes back, man, to punish the nations and our people and the wicked of our people, man, we're going to be the chosen will be given back that pure language, man, that pure tongue. All right, we're not going to be speaking the languages of ancient languages of Kemet. Right, that's confusion. All right, you can't talk about Shalom and Kemet in the same and combine the two in the same sentence like that. It doesn't work because it's not true. And this is why, this is why this is why women shouldn't be talking like this, man, because they don't have that wisdom and understanding. They have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. Let me quickly get that. Job, just a quick one in Job, right? Job 39, where is it? Right, yeah, Job 39 and 17 says, "Because the Most High have deprived her of wisdom, neither have he imparted to her understanding." And look, I'm not trying to get on women here. I'm just making a point. It's a woman that said this. A man, there's plenty of Jakes out there, Jake men out there that can talk this folly. All right. And actually, I'm going to read why. All right. Because our people are finished, man. The majority of our people are lost. And that just shows you how lost they are, man. Because a lot of our people talk like that. A lot of our people talk about ancient Egypt and Africa, and in the same breath they're talking about how they're Hebrews or they're indigenous, Native Americans, native to the land of Babylon, man. It's just madness. All right, we come from we come from Jerusalem, and we come from that chosen land, man. Where they would, what is known as is the state of Israel is our land, man. All right, that's our land, right? But Israel, unlike what those people out there understand, is a people before it's a place. All right. Soon when your house shall come, we'll be going back to that place, man. When they're fixing it up. Well, we're not going to be fixing it up. These wicked heathens will be doing that, man, as punishment, man. This is Hosea 4 and 6, man. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, right? And that's pure destruction. You can say, you can read that and see how mixed up and the lack of knowledge this person actually has, man. You know, that's the mindset of a lot of our people. They don't know where to turn, man. And we're out here trying to show them where to turn, man. The one real truth. But to them, there's no glory in it, man. Because you have to be humble in the understanding of this truth for us. You have to be humble. You have to forget everything you know and learn again, man. But a lot of these chemic guys, especially, they want to act like they're the cleverest kids in the class, man. All right, it's not about that. Okay, we want to portray, to be ourselves, to be knowledgeable. Otherwise, how can we attempt to teach if we don't have any knowledge? But there's a difference, man. It's about being humble in this thing. And these chemic guys are proud, man. You know, they think they come from that. They can think they come from that ancient pharaoh lineage, man. So reading on, it says, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. So the Lord, these are the forgotten children. These are the forgotten children. All right. They're all over the place, man. They're all over the place. Let's get this actually. Where is it? Ephesians. Book of Ephesians 4. I'll start at 11, It says, and he gave some apostles, and some prophets, and some evangelists, and some pastors and teachers, for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Hamashiach. So the Spirit has been put on certain men, all right, in a certain order, and in certain levels, and offices and posts, is given to men certain lots to teach this word, man, right, to edify, right. It says, till we all come in the unity of the faith and the knowledge of the Son of the Most High, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Hamashiach, right? Which we will never achieve that on this side of things, man. All right, we'll never be perfect, man. On this side, in the kingdom, we will be. Right? It says, verse 14, to finish this part off, it says that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. And who was one of those major deceivers out there, man? That Polite, all right? Now he was coming with all that chemist stuff, all right? Deceiving people, conning people out of their money, all right? Being crafty, man. Lying in wait to deceive. And now you've got, you've got these false prophets out and teachers out there, man. Just confusing our people, man. Their minds are all over the place. They don't even know what to believe. And then you get them all on social media trying to outdo each other with their false knowledge, man. Setting about more confusion. Right, let me get this one actually.